Welcome to another edition of our YouTube channel, Southeast Asia Vibes, The Good Life. My name is Victor. I'm a former resident of Canada in the United States. Ever since I was young, I always wanted to live in a beautiful tropical paradise. So when I was able to, I moved to Miami, Florida. And Miami, Florida, Fort Lauderdale, the South Florida area, in my opinion, is one of the most beautiful places in the world. When you live in a tropical environment with beautiful weather year round, it really can enhance your quality of life. So that's why I've always wanted to live in a tropical place. Now, unfortunately, in Miami, within a span of 2 to 3 years, my rent literally tripled. Food prices were rising. It just became unaffordable, and reluctantly, I left. From there, I moved to another beautiful tropical destination. I moved to Honolulu, Hawaii. I was living in Waikiki, which also became increasingly unaffordable. At that point, I said to myself, there has to be places in the world where I can live a Western standard of living like Hawaii or Miami, but for much cheaper. That's what brought me, and not only me, but several of my friends here to Southeast Asia. I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can live the life of your dreams working 2 or 3 hours a day, a life of leisure like you're on vacation every day if you know what you're doing. Now, a lot of these other YouTube channels, they tend to sugarcoat things, exaggerate things. They only want views or subscribers, and they make it sound like it's easy to work online, make a lot of money remotely. That is not true. And a lot of the things what they're suggesting, they do not materialize. They're mostly nonsense. However, several of us have been living here for 8 years now. We know exactly what works because we've been doing it ourselves, our source of income online. And I am here to tell you that you absolutely can live the life of your dreams here. Make no mistake. But if you don't know what you're doing, will be a quick one-way ticket back home. We get several inquiries daily from people seeking our advice, our guidance, and we can answer all your questions by email one by one. Many people also prefer a WhatsApp phone call. We can do that as well. Let's get started in today's video. In today's video, we discuss the gorgeous, and when I say gorgeous, I mean just gorgeous malls here in the Philippines. Now, one thing I want to say is that for me, where I live, I always make this joke. It's more important for me to have a balcony than even a bathroom or a kitchen. I say that jokingly, but it's it's almost actually true because I love to sit on the balcony. I absolutely love it. I mean, you get that fresh air. It's not like you're cooped. You're cooped up indoors. So I really love a balcony. Now, Filipino malls, for example, the world famous Mall of Asia in Manila. This mall basically, so let me tell you the concept of these malls and why Philippines' ingenuity, construction, architecture is really world class. Mall of Asia is a huge mall, a very famous mall, without a doubt, one of the best malls in the world. What's interesting about this mall is that the architecture, they have these long hallways and corridors, and at the end, there is no perimeter wall. So when you're walking in many parts of the mall, it's like you're outdoors, but actually you're indoors. Just there is no perimeter wall at the very end of the hallways or the corridors. So it's like you're almost walking outdoors and you have that fresh air coming in. It's really amazing. And they do this not only in malls here in the Philippines. Like I've seen it in numerous malls. For example, the Mall of Asia, SMC side in Cebu, uh, uh, the mall in Cagayan de Oro. Uh, I try to forget the name of the Centrio Ayala Mall in Cagayan de Oro. Same concept, and it's like you're walking uh, outdoors almost. So it's like a mall with a balcony essentially. The hallways, the corridors, and you get the fresh air coming in, the sunlight coming in. Who doesn't want that when you're living in a beautiful climate like the Philippines? And
not only do they do this in the malls, but they do this also in the apartments and the condominiums. They're really amazing the way they design it, because it has this open air concept, which is really, it really adds to the enhances the living quality. Like, you really enhance your standard of living when you have this open air concept. And I think that's one of the great things that you should do. You should construct buildings that way when you are in a tropical climate. And if for all of you have not been to the Mall of Asia or SMC side, hands down, these are the best malls in the whole world. That's it for this edition of Southeast Asia Vibes, The Good Life. Until next time, take care, everybody.